Hey everyone, in today's video, we're going to see about a difference between OKF versus RAG. OKF have been recently released from Google. It is open knowledge format, which is nothing but your data source, which would be in structured format with labels and indexes that we say. So basically, it will be in JSON format or CSV where we have labels for each and every information that we give for name, date of birth, or anything it may be. So you just have a structured format of your data source. Whereas in RAG, we have like n number of document formats, PDFs, doc files directly, or direct JSON we can have. So it have n number of data source formats. It can be accessed by LLM. I mean, with the help of LLM, it can be readable information at last for user query. It can respond in that way. So how it actually can be used and what are the difference, and I'm just going to explain this with a simple demo. So let's get started with OKF. So we have in this structure where we can have the labels like name, title, format, license, everything. So it is structured, well structured basically for human and also for the system to retrieve the information whenever the user asked for those information. So how it is actually retrieving is, let's just pick a place because it is on that. So it received the query, which is India, and it reading the data source, which is the JSON we gave, and found the schema with 6 files because we have India in six, places, not here, but in a data source we have. And match found is India. So here we have like 6 countries, maybe. And the match found for India is here. So India, capital, population, continent, currency, and language. So it fetched those information because it was available directly. Even human can read directly, putting a simple string match. So it is in the JSON format, and the data source can be easily fetched. When we go with RAG, we have a number of data formats and different topics that can be available. Like PDF, I've given documents that you can give, or any sheet, CSV sheets we can give. So anything, it may be unstructured, structured text files we can give for RAG. So what it does is, when a user asks a question, it goes by document, fetches the relevant information with the help of embeddings, and based on cosine similarity, it fetches all the relevant paragraphs based on the questions that we asked. A photosynthesis. So it fetched those information like search 6 documents using cosine similarity, and top matches with a score of 0.25, and we have a answer, exact answer for what we ask. How does photosynthesis work? We didn't ask what is photosynthesis, but we just asked like how it actually works. So it should give those information from the information it has about photosynthesis. With the help of LLM, it can understand and give what we need. So this is how RAG works. But when we go with OKF, it directly gives the answer. It is like some DB query that we write, right? So it is similar to that. So you write a query, schema match fields, and it match those fields and extract the information that we need. So this is a new way of identifying those information instead of going with SQL and all. Similar to that, but yeah, instead of like having entire raw data, we can have in this format and make use of it. So we can compare these two. uh, if you're having a structured format, you don't have to always go with RAG and use LLM and all. You can still use the LLM, but you can fetch those information directly with the help of the some of rules that we can write using OKF, and it can be taken out for us. So that is how it can be easily fetched compared to RAG. It does not have to go through all the steps the RAG has, like vector DB management, Gaussian similarity, score based retrieval. Those things we don't have to do. It can directly match and fetch the data. So when it comes to OKF, we can use this for any public data sets, or anything that we need a quick refresh, and also there is no other way of accepting hallucination. That time we can use OKF, because hallucination cannot be possible here, because we have the entire data structure, proper structure. It is not the other way in similar to RAG, where we have like document directly, and model does not have to think to answer the query based on the knowledge source it has. Here it have like direct source of data, where name is name, place is place, whatever the information that it is there, it has that. So yeah, it can give all those information. But in RAG, we can have like use it for large data source, and different data types that we can use. Here also they didn't mention any size limit for this. But if you have structured data, you can directly go for this instead of using RAG directly. Or in some way, we can have RAG using this knowledge source directly fetch those information if we need any intelligence in the answer. So in that way, we can use both. So OKF database, and we can just convert that into embeddings in store in vector DB, and RAG can be used to retrieve, and LLM can be used to answer the query. So that is how both can work together, and it is a very effective and working model also, without tolerance, zero tolerance to hallucination. And that time we can use this together. So I just came across this one, wanted to make a video about this. So I hope this video finds you well. That's all I have for today. Thanks for watching. Bye.